Hi, guys. Welcome to the show. So check this out. We're here in National City, Harley today. Taylor's allowing us to use his podcast studio, so thanks for that. This podcast is brought to you by Law Tigers. If you ever get injured in a motorcycle accident, please call 1-800-LAW-TIGERS. And if you're looking to buy a Harley, make sure that you go to Old Town Temecula Harley and let them know LFG sent you, and you're probably going to get a discount. Right, McConna? Right. All right. Dude, we got some fucking guests here from Oregon, boys. And girls, excuse me, boys and girls. Introduce yourselves. Who are you and what's happening?
How's it going? I'm Whoopi Stunts from Washington.
Right.
My wife, Alyssa.
Yeah, I'm Alyssa. I'm from Washington, too.
Yeah, and you both ride motorcycles.
Love it.
I love it. I love the fact that, Frank met you guys, and, Frank was telling me for the longest time, he's like, man, you just got to get to know this dude. Like, he's an up-and-comer, and he's going to be sick. And then I start watching your videos, and you're doing some pretty fucking wild shit. Like, the stuff that you guys were doing together on the bike is fucking nuts. Were you scared? Hell yeah. I mean, it looks cool, but I'm like, that's dangerous as fuck. Like, you're not tripping like, oh, if I eat shit, my old lady's going to get smashed too?
No.
No. And you're good with it.
I'm just there for the ride.
She's just along for it.
Right.
I trust him.
Obviously. That's what I say. My wife says the same thing when we're riding, Like, there's only been a few times where she's, like, hitting me, you know what I mean? Like, literally, maybe twice, it was, like, scary for her or something.
Get the gut punch.
But by the way, we were not doing a fucking goddamn nose wheelie and a fucking McTwist like y'all are doing, you know what I mean?
Right.
You guys are getting after it. So how long you been riding motorcycles, dude?
I've had a Harley for a couple years.
Really?
But I've grown up riding dirt bikes my whole life.
That's an amazing thing. 2 years?
Been holding the flashlight for my dad in the garage on the Hondas for years.
Right. So you only been riding Harley for 2 years?
Like 2-3 years.
Like stunting right away too?
I got my bike fully stock, and probably the first week I was hitting second and clicking into third gear, rolling burnouts. But
wow, since
Austin got my bike built just this summer is when I really started taking off doing the wheelies and everything.
Right. No shit. So that's pretty, I've talked to a lot of people, right? And, it's like that two-wheel experience. They're just like super talented, and they're able to like do things that most people wouldn't be able to do. Like an average Harley rider, you know what I mean? Like, I can barely pop my fucking front tire up, let alone like doing the shit that you guys do. Yeah. It's crazy. So you ride dirt bikes your entire life? Mm-hmm. You're fast?
I was decent. Yeah. I rode trails growing up, and some of like my best friends, like I met her at the racetrack, right. And some of my buddies are still like, he's semi-pro.
Mm. So, you guys met at the racetrack?
Yeah.
You're racing too?
Together.
No,
yeah.
We had a mutual friend.
Yeah.
And we'd go watch our friends race at the Woodland racetrack.
Right.
And our parents couldn't pay for us to race, so we just hung out. I watched Chance ride his BMX bike. He'd pop wheelies and do all the cool stuff on his little two wheels for me. That's pretty so cool. Impressive.
I know. I'm gonna get patient because I really want to get into your guys' story. Like that post that you guys did the other day was like
about the car accident.
No, well that too, but like just when you guys. Well, we'll just get into it. So you guys 10 years ago were living in your car.
Yeah.
Is that right? Like, how did that happen?
Well, I was smoking a lot of weed, and one of the bosses wasn't really liking me because of my family. Mm-hmm. My older brother worked there, and I've been roofing for like 10 and a half years now.
Right.
But I lost my job because I couldn't pass a drug test.
Yeah. Just because of weed?
Just because of weed.
Do you still smoke weed?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But my new job, they don't care about it.
Right. Well, it could be allegedly. Too, you know what I mean? Allegedly, you still, but so you guys you lost your job, and then you're just living in the car for a little bit.
Yeah, it kind of just all downward spiraled from there.
We couldn't afford our payments on the house.
Yeah,
and I was 8 months pregnant with our son.
Oof.
And we ended up moving out, got a storage unit, maxed out the credit card on hotels. Couldn't afford the hotels anymore, so we had 2 vehicles, and then we were camping in his dad's camp spot for about a week, and then
till they booted
us out of there.
Really?
Yeah.
We were back to the cars.
Oh, just like
too much weed smoking or something, or what?
Nah, just the drama. You know how it is when you're young and you got a kid, and your mom's like not really all pro against that, you know, or
Yeah. How old were you guys when you had your first child?
I mean, I was probably 19, maybe.
Yeah, 21.
Wow.
19, 20.
You're older?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's pretty crazy. I mean, to think about where you guys are at, I mean, do you have to like pinch yourself and be like, damn, we've really come a long way?
We talk about it all the time. Like,
That has to bring it.
No way did we see ourselves here
right
a couple years ago, you know?
Yeah. What changed? Like, besides, like, maybe you obviously got a job or whatever, but do you remember like that, like, pivotal point to where something changed and you just start clicking?
Well, I felt like it was now or never, you know, I got to step up and be a dad, or I'm just going to be in a worse spot than what I was, you know, living week to week in a hotel. The Super 8 was my home in Kelso. Yeah. They had an indoor pool. My daughter loved it.
Yeah. So your daughter, so you're 8 months pregnant. Did you have another kid or no?
Yeah, we do.
So you had two. You already had a baby, then you were 8 months pregnant at the time. So you had a child living in the car too.
A kid.
Damn.
Yep.
See, I thought you were just pregnant.
We were eating hot dogs out of the microwave, and I'd wake up, I'd go to work, come home to the hotel, and she'd be there just waiting for me.
Right.
Did that until I could save enough money, and then finally got a place.
That's crazy. What an amazing fucking story.
Just wild, you know?
Yeah. You have to have like extreme gratitude. I mean, I do just talking about it, you know what I mean? To where you provide for your family. I mean, no matter what, you're still providing for your family. And I always say too, you know, when you're in situations like that, like kids will never know, you know, unless they're old enough to remember. But, you know, to them, they're probably just having fun, you know, they're camping with their parents and doing whatever, you know?
Yeah. They don't see it as it being like a hard time.
Yeah. Was it super stressful for you?
Oh, very stressful.
Yeah.
Like I got a heart problem, and I feel like I developed that just because of all the stress.
Dude, a heart problem at such a young age?
Yeah, I just turned 30.
What kind of heart problem is it?
I got a 4.6 second pause and a low heart rate.
Really?
And I got 3 balls.
You have 3 testicles?
Yeah.
What?
You guys want to see him?
Yeah,
Slap
dude.
him on the table.
Fuck yeah, dude. What do you mean? Easy. What the fuck, dude? I just drooled. This became gold, dude.
Yep.
What are you talking about?
I'm like the Lance Armstrong in the Harley world.
No shit. God damn, you must have so much fucking testosterone. Let me get some of your blood. I'll
Pure
fucking
blood.
snort your blood right now.
Your blood, man. I don't know if you can handle this blood.
No, I guess not, dude. Well, how is that even possible? So they're like, God's like, you know what? I'm going to fuck his heart up, but I'm going to give him 3 balls. You know what I mean? I mean, you can't even fuck for a long time because you get winded out probably, dude. But you got balls the size of Texas.
Yeah.
Dude, how is that possible? Well, I mean, dude, walk me through that. How the fuck did you get 3 balls?
Well, one day I just woke up and I was like pissing. And it's just like, what's going on in here? You know, I got 3 balls, counting them. It's like, no way. Tell my wife, it's like, I think I got 3 balls.
What?
And then I go to the doctors. It's like, should have him checked out, you know, make sure it's not
He's like a
testicular
fucking
cancer.
Dude, what the fuck is going on here, dude? Yeah, dude, like a story ends right now. Like that's fucking nuts. I'm fucking shook. I've never met anybody in my entire life that even remotely said that.
One will be stunts.
Dude, what's happening?
3 balls. Nice to meet you, brother.
Oh my God, dude. Honestly, dude.
Shit's
Frank
wild.
knows, dude. I don't give a fuck. I'm seeing those balls later. I don't give a fuck, dude. That shit is fucking wild. Does it? You did? Oh, of course. Oh man, I don't even know where to go from here, man. That's crazy. So you're like basically like a fucking superhero.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Bro, you can probably get her pregnant when she's on her period.
I can't now. I'm
Fuck.
fixed.
Like, oh, you are fixed.
Yeah, I went and got fixed,
Nice.
which I thought I wouldn't be able to do having 3 balls.
Really?
I figured that I would get fixed, and then knowing my luck, I'd just be freaking dumping loads, and then boom, mom would be pregnant with round 3.
Right. For sure.
That's what I thought, but no, everything checked out.
What did the doctor say? It was like a miracle? What the fuck? Like, this is crazy.
They didn't really know what to say, and it was weird because
Is it common?
No.
Okay.
I mean, when you go in there, you tell one doctor, then they're like, yo, I got to have so-and-so come in here. Yeah, we're going to have 3 other people take a look at this.
Fuck
Everybody
yeah.
in the fucking clinic wanted to see it.
Did you trip out when you first found out?
You were scared.
I was scared that it was cancerous, but then
Oh, right. Yeah, that makes sense.
then they had like had him on the operating table and they were dissecting him like they do in the high school classes.
Really?
And it was like females that were doing it too, which was kind of hilarious because Chance is like laying there and all these girls are staring at his balls. He was the luckiest man in the world that day.
Yeah. It was quite the day. I'll tell you that.
No shit. How crazy is that?
But now he's a gelded stallion.
Yeah. Fixed. Running rampant, dude.
2 and done.
Yeah, 2 and done, right? I know. Dude,
Motorcycles, guys.
I don't know, man. This is pretty fucking fascinating to me, dude. You know what I mean? Call it what it is, but the guy's like a fucking mutant, dude. You know what I mean? Like straight superhero. Yeah. Fucking X-Men, dude. Like, what the fuck? I'm shook. Wow. So do you have really big balls?
I mean, they're about average, I'd say.
Really?
You know?
All right, we can move along. Fucking motorcycles, dude. Fuck, dude. The craziest fucking stories, dude. Damn. That is so cool. I'm so stoked to meet you. That is so sick, dude. You're going to be not Chance my phone anymore. You're going to be like Chance 3 balls, like fucking some native shit, bro. You know what I mean?
A new nickname after today.
Oh, 1,000%. You know how many people are going to fucking hit you up and be like, bro, you have 3 balls? Like, what the fuck? Yeah.
Only like my close friends and family know that too.
So yeah, not anymore,
like,
dude. Yeah, welcome to the Thunderdome, homie.
Blasted.
Yeah, welcome.
Not something you go to fucking work and tell all your work buddies. Yeah, fucking guess what happened this weekend.
I know. Isn't it funny though? Like when you're in that, because I've been in a situation like that in the doctor's office. I got bit in my ass by a rattlesnake, and they're like calling in all these people, and it was like a little fucking what was that little hospital in Murrieta, like right by the 215. It was like Inland Valley or some bullshit. So I go there and I brought the rattlesnake with me, you know what I mean? Because I thought that's what you do, you know what I mean? I got bit by a fucking baby one. I'm like, I'm fucking gonna die here. And they let some fucking kid that was drunk off fucking vodka go in before me, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck? You know what I mean? I'm making a scene. They get me into the fucking an examining room, and they're fucking spreading my butt cheeks around and like trying to find all this shit. Calling
slip
in
a finger in. Or
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they know my style, so it's good. But they're calling in more people, and they're like, man, because they can see the fang marks. However, it wasn't like swelling up, so it was a dry bite. Like the fucking snake bit something, and then bit my ass right afterwards. Thank God, because that shit would have fucking taken me out. But literally, there's like 4 doctors in there, like spreading my shit out. You know what I mean? So you can relate, dude. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, I relate to that.
Yeah.
I was waiting to hear it that you had like some male doctor sucking the venom out of your ass.
I mean, that would be a cool story, dude. I'm here for it, too. You know what I mean?
Then that'd be wild.
I know. Oh, man. So, Alyssa, where do we go from here?
I mean, don't know.
What the fuck do we do? You know what I mean? I'm shook. So when did you start riding motorcycles?
I grew up riding motorcycles, too. I had a quad for a while. Mm-hmm. And my sister had a horse, which I was pretty jealous of. But, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I grew up with the boys riding. I got a 200 when he first bought his Harley, though. That was my first, like, road bike. Mm-hmm. And couldn't go over 45 miles an hour. Maxed out. Freaking 4th gear just pinned, laying over the tank. And I was like, it's time to buy a bike. So
yeah.
I got a Harley.
Mm. You've been riding for a while, then?
Yeah.
You have a sporty, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a really pretty bike, too.
Yeah, it's a sporty sofa right now.
I see that you're popping it up on what is that, a 70 or something you guys are riding, or a 50?
The little 110.
The 110, yeah.
You're just popping that up, doing some wheelies?
Yeah.
Do you want to start doing wheelies on your sporty?
Eventually.
Really?
Yeah. I'll get there.
How old are your kids?
They are 7 and 12.
Do they ride?
Mm-hmm.
So they're getting after it, too?
You gotta ride my family, man.
Right. Yeah, there's no way around that,
no.
Huh? So when you started the stunt and like you're like, holy shit, I can do this, right? Did you were you in like with a group of guys that were doing it too, or are you just kind of learning it by yourself or watching videos? Or
well, I mean, I've always watched all the videos, and one of my good best friends in town, Josh, me and him idolize all these guys that we watch, you know, want to be just like them.
Right.
And we just started talking about it and like, let's start fucking doing it, you know?
Yeah.
And me and him just slowly but surely just started going out to the lot, was taking my family out to the lot, just hitting the lot. every day, every weekend, every chance I could get after work.
Right. Is there a lot of
people? All the practice.
Is there a lot of people in your area that stunt?
I mean, there's a lot of people that ride small bikes. Like, there's a big Grom community, I feel like, in Longview and Portland.
I think that's fucking everywhere now, really, too.
Pretty much, yeah. All the mini riders.
Not that many Harley guys.
But there's only like a handful of dudes that actually stunt and ride Harleys in town locally.
Right. There's probably like a lot of Hell Yeah brothers.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking riding around, brother.
Hella club style fucking riders and club brothers.
But you're just out there getting after it. So how many bikes do you have?
I mean, I got a handful of dirt bikes and I got a Road Glide, just picked up a Dyna. Austin over at ADHD Cycles, get all my bikes taken care of for me.
Yeah.
Had a little motor mishaps. Picked up a tweaker build Dyna, and it's just been shit.
I'm sure Austin's having fun with that one, dude.
It's his new stepchild.
Yeah.
Literally.
It's like every time he'd go up in a wheelie on the Dyna, he'd pop the oil.
Yeah, you caught fire.
Yeah, I've caught the bike on fire 3 times. I don't know why, but just every time it'd go over on the exhaust side, it was either spitting out oil and gas, and as soon as I'd lay that fucker right up, it'd just woof, go up in flames.
So it's going to make so much sense for people now when they're going to go back and watch your videos. They're going to be like, oh, of course he has big balls. You know what I mean? Like, that one where he caught fire 5 times. Like, dude.
Gotta just keep going.
Yeah, you just fucking keep going. You know what I mean? When you got a guy with 3 balls, dude, you're like, there ain't no stopping you, dude. You know what I mean? None. So, going back to like, you know, when you guys were living in your car and all that, like I just want to get some dialogue of like, you know, you guys did that for a while. Then how soon after that did you guys find your own spot and things start working out?
Well, we were homeless from me 8 months pregnant to our son being 1 month old. So a few months, I ended up selling my blaster, and he had sold his KTM 380.
Here, I'm going to help you out real quick. Just a really soft spoken. Yeah. There you go. I want to hear what you have to say. That's all.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Action.
Testing.
Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah. Take 5.
Back on track. Okay. He had sold his KTM 380, and I sold my blaster so that we could put a down payment on or I guess deposit is what they call it, on the apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I bet that was a good feeling
months.
though, right? You know?
Oh, it was the best feeling. I mean, he'd be at work and I'd be at the river with the kids in the car, and I'd drive by the apartment every day watching them, cleaning it out, waiting, because I knew which one we were going into.
Right.
But it was just, the anticipation was real.
Right.
Felt so good our first night there, though.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I went from a hotel to an apartment, and then we stayed there for about a year, and then they were trying to raise the prices up on us, and I was like speaking to my aunt because I didn't really have anything to do with my family at the time.
How come?
Oh, just my parents weren't really supportive of me.
What was
just having a new kid, and
what are they religious or something? Or
no, everybody in my family is like a longshoreman, and that's something that I was supposed to go into.
Oh, okay.
And I just never got the opportunity to.
Right. Okay. Well, I mean,
so I feel like it just shows our differences, you know.
Yeah, so what they expected you to do something and you didn't want to do it? Like, that's weird.
Pretty much, yeah. Like my mom didn't want me to go anywhere. She said, "Oh, you could just stay at home, smoke your weed, live at home, you know, ride your bikes, do whatever you want. And then this is what you're going to do when you get older." Like trying to set my future for me, you know.
Do you have a good relationship with them now?
No, still don't.
Oh, you still don't? Okay,
No.
cool. So we can bash them then. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, I mean that's kind of nuts though. It's almost like, you know, military families or something. You know what I mean? Or like law enforcement. I hear that shit all the time. They're like, "Oh well, you know, this is what you're supposed to do." You know, like you're the fucking prince. Like,
well,
you know.
they're staunch Biden lovers.
Oh really?
Yes.
Got it. Enough said. You know what I mean?
I figured I'd say it
So
all
wait,
right
they
there.
don't. That's kind of sad though, right? I mean, in a sense,
it's
because
sad.
it's like you don't. You know, they don't even have nothing to do with your kids.
Not much, no. Now that I'm an adult and doing all the cool stuff, I feel like they try to come around, but they still don't, you know?
Right.
Like they just shoot me the text on my birthday, happy birthday, and I'll see them like on the occasional holidays, but
Yeah.
just doing adult shit.
Do you get along with them?
They've never really liked me.
Really? Oh, like you're the problem maybe or something?
Like, I kind of took the baby from them. Chance was the baby out of the brothers.
Yeah, I was the youngest.
So you don't have a relationship with your brothers either?
No,
Damn,
my brothers
man.
are turds, man. They're like still on my mom's tit.
Really? And you're the
Yes.
baby? And so they're much older, right?
Yeah, and they both landed like the jobs with my dad, worked with my dad till he retired. And I'm just kind of like the degenerate in the family.
Cool. Welcome. I love it.
Yeah, thank
That's
you.
fucking awesome.
So we created our own family with our friends, and
Right.
Yeah.
You found your
this
own
is our family.
Yeah, I mean you found like it's cool because you found your own way and you guys were at some serious bottoms. Like like for me and like Frank, for instance, like we wanted to be homeless so we could do drugs, on the streets. But like
Yeah.
I'm sure that you guys did not want to be homeless,
Hell no.
It's
It kind of just happened, and it happened so quick. Like I was paycheck to paycheck, only having $20 in my bank account, going over to Safeway and getting a package of hot dogs and a thing of buns.
Right.
And that was like our food for the week.
Dude, without struggle, there wouldn't be success, you guys. Like that's like the bottom line, man. That's so fucking cool. It's just it's an inspiration because like people need to hear that like you can survive and you can make it through, any situation, especially like being together, like some of that stuff like would break somebody up and obviously it just built your guys' bond way stronger. That's really cool. I mean, you stuck through,
Oh yeah, I was.
I mean,
there
it's funny because I'm like,
changing diapers.
just the way you look at him right now, it's like you can tell you're in love with this guy,
Oh,
It's-
for sure.
Yeah, it's really cool to see. He's like, yeah.
It's crazy how far we've came, like looking back at it and knowing that we were just in that hotel and seeing where we're at today. It's just like, wow.
What do you do for work now?
I'm a commercial roofer.
Staying busy?
Oh yeah, I'm busy all year round.
Yeah.
It's winter time, and our company that we work for, which was actually a blessing.
Well, let's just be honest. It's wintertime all the time in Oregon, dog. You know what I mean? Like you get 4 months out of the
Always
year,
winter.
dude, or maybe
Yeah.
3. But no, that's cool. Do you work or no?
I do.
Okay.
At one point, I was working 3 jobs just recently,
Wow.
but now I just cut down to 1, and I'm just full time taking care of my dad
Oh, nice. Mm-hmm. And your kids.
and my kids.
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
that's if you would have just said that, you just take care of your kids. Like I would totally get it. My wife and I fight on a regular basis because that's just what keeps the fire going. But she has to remind me often, how much her job is like really important, and watching the kids and, being there is like exactly what I've always wanted, even though it's like a struggle to be a single provider, but, having, excuse me, having her not be able to work and like nobody watching her kids and stuff is like pretty cool. So, let's talk about the car accident because I know that was like another pretty big significant thing that happened in your life.
And that was just a year ago.
Oh, really?
Because it was a week before Christmas, December 15th.
How long were you out of work for? Well, just explain to the audience like what happened. Because I saw the pictures and they're fucking insane. The fact that you're still here is pretty crazy.
I was just heading to work one morning, just like I would every day, drive over to the shop. I'd park my truck at the shop, jump in the company truck with all the work guys, bullshit, go to work, do our thing, come home. But I didn't make it but 2 blocks from my house maybe, and it was a little foggy, and a meth lab was coming towards me and just blew through the intersection, turned, and hit my truck head on the driver's side, and just instantly I threw my door open and was pissed off, all shooken up. The guy's standing in front of me and I could just see him, and he's got a whole gash across his forehead,
Right.
blood running in his eyes and his mouth. And he's like, "Are you all right? Are you all right?" And I'm like, "Yeah." "You almost fucking killed me, dude." He's like, "Oh, I'm glad you're all right. I'll see you later. I got to go."
Yeah, fuck yeah.
He starts taking off across the street, and I tell these people that were sitting at the light and watched it all, I was like, "Hey, keep an eye on that guy. Don't let him fucking go anywhere. He's trying to run."
Mm-hmm.
Didn't even get across what we call Ocean Beach Highway, the road I go on to work. He got nabbed by the police and the ambulance.
Right.
But it was a stolen motorhome with drugs.
Just a full-on cook.
Pretty much, yeah. One of the local
Fuck.
guys, too, that is in town that we grew up with as kids.
Yeah.
Their kids were like the people you didn't fuck with.
Yeah, yeah.
Like the badasses, and it was their dad.
Oh, shit.
So it's kind of like the Cowlitz County family that
Like
we know.
everybody knows everyone.
Everybody,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Small town vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, you almost fucking killed you. So you got out of that. I'll have to show the fucking picture on Instagram or YouTube or something because it's fucking gnarly, the shit that you showed me.
No, it totaled my Tundra.
The Tundra, right? Yeah, it was fucking hammered. And dude, if somebody else would have been with you, like, well, no, the impact was on the driver's side. You said, right? So it was all of on your side,
pretty much. If
what
someone
happened?
would have been behind me, they would have got hurt.
Right. So what happened to you?
I got a brain bleed and a torn shoulder and just a bunch of like bruises and whiplash and seatbelt marks.
Well, you weren't concussed because you literally.
I had a concussion.
Yeah. Well, because you said you hopped out of the truck like right away, which is crazy to think about the impact. I mean, it was like.
Well, you got so much adrenaline going. It
right.
was. I was sitting there just shaking from the adrenaline, and I wanted to kill that guy.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Like, he trying to take off on me. Christmas was coming. Everything just hit me, you know, like, what the fuck am I going to do? I just lost my truck.
Yeah.
I was almost in shock, like, no.
Right.
Like, this isn't happening right now, you know?
Right. When did you call your wife?
Right after the accident, and called her and told her. And I actually called my boss, and because I was so close to the shop, they all came down to the accident, and I didn't want to go to the hospital at all. I denied the ambulance, and the cop advised me, my wife, and all my coworkers were like, you need to get checked out. But our local hospital, they're so shitty, St. John's. I mean, I left that night and had a brain bleed, and they didn't know for like almost a month.
Oh, wow.
After I got my brain scans.
No shit.
That I had a puddle of blood pooled up on my brain, and it was like calcifying. So it was like turning into like a scab.
Scab, yeah. Fuck.
And every day I was just going through like these crazy headaches. Like I almost wasn't myself, you know, because I was just pissed off. I just lost my truck. It's a week before Christmas, and I was concussed. Well, I'm talking to the insurance agent. He's like, yeah, man, I know you're out of work. Christmas is coming. Well, he persuaded me and ended up, I signed in some stuff, and he said I signed for everything and for like $2,000 basically, and signed out the whole insurance claim.
God, dude.
So he took advantage of me when I was all concussed.
See, this is a fucking, I'm gonna interrupt and we'll get right back to it, but this is exactly why I have Law Tigers as a sponsor, because whenever you're in any sort of injury, it's automatic for us to be like, oh, I'm going to call my insurance company because they're going to do the right thing. That's fucking bullshit. That's false. You have got to have somebody that has your back.
You got to get, first thing you got to do is get an attorney nowadays.
1,000%, dude. Because you signed all that shit away to where it's like, I mean, did you get anything back or no? That was it.
I did.
Okay.
I ended up getting an attorney.
Okay, good.
And they sued Allstate, and I mean, they paid for my truck. I got a little cash out of it. Yeah. Which it helped out.
But I mean, at the end of the day, it's like they didn't pay for like the injuries that happened, because was there some trauma that happened afterwards, or?
I mean, I'm still dealing with the trauma. Like, I didn't have surgery on my shoulder, and I think I need to probably go back and have surgery on it. But with me being physical labor, doing roofing, it's like I don't want to take the time off work.
Right. Did
I'd
you
rather
notice
just
the
rough
change?
it out.
Oh, yeah.
Like when that stuff was going on, like you noticed a change in him, like he wasn't acting like himself?
Yeah, he constantly complained of the pressure behind his eyes. He can't go out in the sun without wearing his shades everywhere he goes.
Really?
Or his eyes water. But the biggest change is like there's just no fear.
Really?
No fear at all to anything. Like before the accident, he wasn't stunt riding his bagger, and after the accident, it's just like he's doing what he wants. He's living his life, and I totally support it, you know?
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I mean, but I would imagine if you go down and you hit your head, it's probably going to be pretty bad.
It'll probably do some damage for sure.
Compared to like, somebody else that has never had any sort of brain, you know what I mean? Like fucking helmets are going to save you for majority of the stuff.
I'll probably always wear a helmet now for sure.
Probably. Yeah, you probably
Full
should,
face.
dog. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, let's just throw that out there. You know what I mean?
Always.
Really? No helmet? That's crazy, man.
Throwing me under the bus, Frank.
I know. I mean, I like wearing like a half shell helmet during the summer, you know, but now that I have kids, and I'll wear it every once in a while, but I don't wear it as much. Like I wear a full face. I just hate wearing a full face. Fucking hate it so much. When you wear like no helmet or a half shell, like you can see so much more, you know what I mean? But they're just not safe. You know what I mean? It's just not safe. So you should probably just wear your fucking helmet because you're going to have a fucking another brain bleed, dude.
Then I'll have to go get more shots in my head.
Yeah, right. So I remember you telling me that too. It was like a pretty gnarly needle, right?
Yeah, they gave me 2 shots like right in the back of my head, like right through my skull.
Right.
Like went in the little soft tissue
right
spot.
In the soft tissue spot. Right
on my left side and one on my right side. And I ain't kidding, within like, soon as he pulled the needle out, it was like instantaneous. It took all the pressure off my eyes, and I haven't had a headache other than just like without having my caffeine or certain things like that.
Yeah, your normal shit.
But I haven't had a headache in a long time since the shot. And they said that could last maybe a year.
Really?
So I'm due for another shot, and I've kind of just been waiting for my headaches to come back.
Yeah. And that's just going to be a normal...
That'll be something I'll have to deal with for the rest of my life. Yeah, if my headaches come back, I'll call him. Homie will give me 2 shots in the back of my head. I'll go home.
Did they hurt?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Gives a nice little sting.
Yeah, I remember him showing me.
And it's like thick, girthy needle, too.
Fuck.
It ain't a pencil dick.
Really?
Yeah.
It's like the time you wish it was, you know what I mean? Like, fuck it, be gentle.
Don't hurt me.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, the thing about it is you can handle it, dude. You got 3 testicles.
Right.
I mean, most people fucking couldn't handle that shit, so.
Just another day in my life.
Dude, that's so crazy. So every year you're going to have to get a fucking needle in your head just to relieve pressure.
Yeah.
I mean, the other option would probably be like some sort of surgery, right? I mean,
if they would even do surgery, because, I mean, with my heart, some of the doctors wanted to do surgery on my heart, and then some of them said, "You're so young, man, just have a heart attack, and then we'll fix it."
Wow.
But it's like, fuck off. Let's not have a heart attack.
You don't smoke cigarettes, right?
Nah.
That's good. You drink alcohol?
Occasionally.
Yeah.
But I used to be in a roofer.
All those things like really fuck up your heart, you know?
Yeah. I used to drink energy drinks all the time.
Not anymore?
No.
Yeah, good. Those are fucking nasty too.
Those are terrible for you.
Yeah.
It's almost like another addiction.
Dude, straight up, you know what I mean? That's why I was like, where's my fucking Zens at? You know what I mean? It's like, that's like, this episode is brought to you by Zen Nicotine. No, I'm just kidding. I fucking wish. But it's like, you know, I wish that I could quit doing even little stuff like this, because I smoked for like 20 years, you know, like heavily. Just fucking
every day,
a needle
all day.
in one arm and a cigarette in the lip, dude. You know what I mean? Like, it was fucking brutal. But like quitting that, I only ask because like I know that shit isn't good for your heart. You know what I mean? And you're already having like, so your heart beats less than normal. Is that right?
That's why I have an Apple Watch now, because it monitors my heart. And when I'm sleeping, it dips really low, and I get notifications like warning me, telling me my heart's not beating fast enough.
Do you have to wear like a breathing apparatus or anything like that?
No.
Oh, okay. That's cool. I do, but
you got the sleep
I got
apnea.
sleep apnea, dude. Sleep fucking like a baby now. I'll tell you that. But well, actually, it's for my wife, because I was snoring too loud. Like, what the fuck? Fucking deal with it, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but is the machine loud or is the machine quiet?
The machine's super quiet. My snoring was super loud.
Yeah.
But she was also like in fear, like, you know, the other day, like the fucking thing fell off my head. And so I was over there and she like hit me and she's like, "Fool, you're not even breathing right now." And I'm like, "Well, I'm sleeping." You know what I mean? She's like, "You literally were not breathing for like a minute." Like fucking, she's like, she heard me wisp like, "Wee," and then that was it, you know?
Hear you wheezing
about the
in
fucking
your sleep.
Yeah, I'm about to die. Well, the heart shit is serious, man, because like everyone on the Woolsey side, my dad's side, have all had heart issues, you know?
Oh, fuck.
So like my dad died at 46 from a heart attack. My uncles, they passed away relatively early. I mean, not as early as my dad, but so yeah, that heart shit runs in the fucking family. Like my grandfather had a pacemaker and all that shit. So how fucked up though is that they're telling you like, "Oh yeah, you got to fucking have a heart attack before we put a stent or whatever the fuck they'll do for you."
Recommend a pacemaker but they said it might actually change how I live and might affect me more because my body's so adjusted to how my heart beats right now. You know, they said if it ends up changing it might change a lot of stuff.
Right. Jesus.
So they're
Christ.
just keep doing.
You don't have anxiety?
I get anxiety, just like your normal shit.
Because that shit I'm just like thinking about all the stuff that like your heart starts to fucking get worked up. But your heartbeat is slow, right?
Yeah.
So if you get nervous, it's kind of like a good thing. It's like getting you some fucking pump.
Yeah.
Wow.
Brings him back to life.
Yeah, brings him back to life. But he has zero fear. And that was after the car accident?
Yep.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was almost killed going to work. So it's like, man, I need to live my life the way I want to do it.
Yeah.
Not just go to work every day and live such this sheltered life, you know, like everybody else does.
Yeah.
Work a 9 to 5, go home, see their wife and kid, go to sleep. It's like, I want to live. I want to have fun.
Yeah. How old are you?
I just turned 30.
Okay. I mean, but you've had like I wouldn't say like a rough life because I don't think you guys had a rough life.
No, I had a great childhood.
Well, even like when you guys were together, like there were some rough patches, but I think it's a pretty cool story that you guys, made it through all that shit. Mm-hmm. But so after that, like, how long did it take you to get back to work?
I was honestly working maybe a month. Not too long after my accident, I told everybody not to tell my bosses I got a brain bleed.
Really? So you can go back to work?
Yeah, because the office guy was we have a safety dude. And he would have been like, fuck no, you know.
Fuck you. You're bleeding.
Then after like a couple months, I told everybody, I was like, I've been working with a brain bleed. Shut up.
Yeah, right. Pussies.
Yeah.
The fuck you mean? That's what I'd be saying too. I'd be bragging like a motherfucker too that I got 3 balls, dude. Fuck you, dude. Like the fact that like 5 people only knew about this is crazy.
You're gonna be thinking about that shit all day now.
What are you talking about? That's all I want to talk about, dude. And I'm trying to like divert our conversations and like, Alyssa, so what the fuck color do you like? I don't know at this point, bro. Like I'm just like so fascinated. I've never met anybody. It's almost like meeting somebody with a fucking 6 finger, dude. Like what the fuck? It's crazy.
Some mutant shit.
Dude, straight up. You have some superpowers, dude. I mean, obviously, man, like, whatever you believe in, it's like higher power, whatever the fuck it is, like somebody's definitely looking out for you though for everything in your life. But to have that sort of thing happen, dude, most people would fucking die, dude. And if you would have been placed a certain way or whatever, dude, like, it would have been a whole different, situation.
I do got somebody always with me. I got my grandpa Fred. He's always right here. He's got his cowboy hat on, his blue jeans on, and
nice.
He's been one of the toughest motherfuckers I've known my whole life.
Right.
Like when I went to Grandpa's house, there was no running amok.
Right.
Grandpa taking you in the back room. You're getting your ass handed to you.
Yeah. He was a good man, dude. I know my grandparents meant everything to me, too. Great people. That's funny, man. I used to, and I still do, like, when I sit and pray, I'll definitely, like, talk to my family, while I'm doing it, just, it makes me feel good. And my grandmother and I had just, like, a connection. It's funny. So my son just broke his arm, which was fucking pretty intense. Have your kids ever broken a bone?
No.
Not yet.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, I've never felt that sort of pain in my entire life. It was fucking insane.
Probably hard, dude.
Yeah, it was super hard. But I mean, he's 2 and he's a wild man, dude. He's like already running around the house with a fucking cast on and all this other shit, But for me, it was literally the hardest thing I've ever dealt with, like internally. I was like, holy fuck, I'd never felt that sort of pain, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, this is what it is being a fucking parent. Like it's ghetto as fuck. I'm done. Fuck this. Fucking fuck this.
Ghetto.
Fuck this shit. This shit sucks, dude. Yeah. You know what I mean? The whole time I'm like, fuck, I wish my arm was broken. You know what I mean? Like this is crazy. Watching the doctors like placing it. And I had to hold him.
Oh,
but
no.
I'm going to share a story with you, dude. Like, this is how I know he has the Woolsey genes in him and not the Grant genes, Like, I'm holding his feet down. I have my hand on his chest. The other doctor's holding his right arm. And then the doctor and the nurse are holding his other arm to put the cast on. And he's, like, yelling at me. Like, it sucks because he was like, Daddy, no, bye-bye, Daddy. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, no, we're doing this, because they wanted to fucking tranquilize him and put him on some fucking drugs. You know what I mean? I'm like, you ain't doing none of that shit. So we're going to figure this out. But the little motherfucker was trying to bite them. And I'm like, dude, come on, man. Like, I was so fucking proud. I was like, that's right, dude. Whatever it takes, dude. You know what I mean? Like, whatever it takes. I was shook.
He was in there fighting.
Straight up. But yeah, I mean, I hope that I'll never have to do that again. But you know, like when I look at my son, do you have a son?
Oh yeah.
Do you ever look at him and go like, oh, dude, this is going to be fucking gnarly.
It's going to be over when he gets a certain age. I look at him and think.
And it's so crazy. Like, our son fell off the bed and he landed awkward. But he goes on this strider, right?
Oh, yeah.
This motherfucker goes down fucking hills, knows how to slide on his feet. I've seen him wipe out. And I'm like, oh, he's going to hurt himself. He's going to hurt himself. Like, when I'm watching him fly down a fucking hill and not stop, you know, in time. And then go figure, he jumps off a fucking bed and breaks his fucking shit. But I look at him though, like, that's what I'm saying. Do you look at your son and be like, oh man, this motherfucker's gonna go through it, you know? Because my wife's like, well, this is not gonna be his last time because you ride those fucking motorcycles. And she like walks out of the garage, and I'm like, well, because it's funny, he like already has it in him too. Like, he is fascinated by motorcycles.
That's Wesley. That's our Wesley. He's
Wesley, that's a cool name.
He's already pulling his little bike up, doing the stand up, getting comfortable standing it there, and then Chance was teaching him at the lot how to do those little drifts on the 110 in the gravel.
I'm trying to teach him how to do a little Larry on the 110.
Right. That's so cool.
Our daughter's popping up wheelies now on the 110 too.
Yeah, I'm just glad. It's like, if you want to get hurt now, you know, because you're not going to remember shit, you know. We'll just have to remember the fucked up shit.
We'll live with it.
So even though, like, so your parents, did they find out about your car accident?
Yeah.
Did they show you some love then?
They did. They helped me out because I was going through some times. Like, they're always there.
Yeah.
I live my life and they live their life kind of thing.
They probably hate that you ride a Harley, huh?
A little bit. My dad's a big fucking Honda guy. So
he rides though.
He doesn't though. He's got feet neuropathy, so he can't feel his feet. So he doesn't really drive as much anymore, and he don't ride a bike because he don't even know if he could really hold it up with his feet being like asleep all the time.
Right, yeah, that's pretty gnarly.
But he used to ride. I've actually gone on one ride with my dad, and he rode his XR 500. I rode my bike, and I want to say you rode your Sporty.
That was like a good memory then?
Yeah, it'll be one good memory I'll have for the rest of my life. Doing one lap around Willow Grove, which is like our little river spot in town.
Yeah. So when you were, how old were you when you guys met? You said 20 or 21?
We were 12.
12. At the track?
Yeah.
You knew right away, you're like, I love this dude.
No.
Let's get into it.
Yeah.
He was like all about me.
Okay.
And I
didn't torture you that bad.
Hey, let her talk, dog. Don't strip, dog. You know what I mean?
In school, I would be like, okay, Chance is going to come up this way because he has library and I got PE, so I'm going to go all the way around.
Why?
Well, he was younger than me.
But was he going after you or something?
He wasn't going after me, but him and his little friend, they would harass me all the time.
Okay.
Like the boys thought it was cool to wrestle me or put me in chokeholds when we were 12. And I was trying to avoid that swerve.
So you're trying to avoid getting fucking suplex and shit. Like
Pretty
fucking,
much.
Some WWF shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when did you know? So you guys met at 12. When like the like a connection started besides the wrestling? Because clearly this motherfucker was all over you at 12 years old, dude. So you were 10? You guys are 2 years apart?
1 year.
Oh, 1 year?
Yeah.
So
so she was in 7th grade and I was in like 6th grade.
Did you like her then though?
Oh yeah. I mean, she was the hottest girl in school.
Right. Nailed it. Give me some, dog.
Oh yeah.
She didn't even know about your 3 nuts too, dude. You know what I mean? Fucking sick.
Yeah.
So at 12, you're like trying to avoid him.
Yep.
When did the spark happen though?
He was in 9th grade and I was in 10th grade. And
fucking 5 years of him just hogging you out, dude. Like,
yep. He came over to my house, and he let me catch his belly on fire with hairspray.
Yeah.
I was instantly in love.
Really?
Yeah.
You like that shit?
It was a blue flame. I've never seen anything like it. the whole belly went.
Yeah, she lit my whole fucking stomach on fire.
That was the moment we were like, wow, I really like this dude.
Yeah.
Because I was going to
She's like, this guy's
him.
crazy.
She likes mutilation and shit, fire.
She goes to sleep watching fucking Dahmer tapes.
Hell yeah, me too. I thought I fucking, like all true crime, here for it.
That'll put you to sleep, man.
Dude, straight up. My wife has like become a fucking sissy lately, though. She's like, oh, I don't want to watch that now. I get nightmares. What the fuck? That's what was our thing for years, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But so that's when it happened. You lit him on fire and you're like, I like this dude.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Did you initiate it?
Yeah, because I said, have you ever seen boobs before in the front yard? And
Yeah.
he was on his bicycle and he goes, no. And I said, you want to see boobs? And he said, yeah. And so I showed him, and then, yeah, there it was.
That was it.
That was it.
And I was hooked ever since.
How old were you? Well, yeah, fucking fuck, dude. Of course.
Boom.
Yeah.
I did some wheelies for some boobs, basically, on my mountain bike.
Yeah. He rode all the way
what
home.
age was this? What
Fuck.
age?
I mean, I was in,
9th grade. I was
was it
in
9th
10th.
grade?
So 16 and 15.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty late, you know what I mean? Anyways. I know me and Frank were fucking already having sex at like 13, so fucking, you know what I mean? That's another story for another time. Don't worry about it. And we were having sex with each other too, so. No. So that's cool. She flashed you, and I was like, yep.
Yep.
I'm going to get that.
I remember riding home on my bike and telling my older brother,
Yeah.
just being all excited to brag to my brother and tell him, you know.
Yeah. They probably never even seen boobs yet.
Yeah, they did.
Fucking squares. They did.
My brother was he was like the jock growing up.
Oh,
And
okay.
I was the younger brother.
Right.
So I was selling weed to all my brothers, football, baseball, basketball friends, you know. I was the younger guy hanging out with all the older kids, and my parents were going camping every weekend because my mom was like part of this board committee.
Right.
So my brother was just throwing ragers, dude, at the house.
And
Like,
you're just fucking slanging to him.
Yeah.
That's so sick.
I'd steal the car and
Should have found some steroids for those fuckers. You know what I mean? You'd be like, hey, you guys want some enhanced fucking football shit? Fucking try this. You've been rich.
no, they were ripping lines of like oxys and playing football and just being wild, man.
Right. And you were just slanging weed?
Yep.
Damn, should have found those oxys.
Slinging weed, stealing my parents' cars. Going over
Frank
to
just said
fucking
the
her
best
house.
line, dude. I'm gonna tell you guys. Frank said the best line to me the other day. He's like, "Well, that's cool. Like, what you can do is sell Wyatt's OxyContins. You know what I mean? From his fucking wrist being broke." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Fucking pretty good, dude." You know what I mean?
Quick come up.
Yeah. So at that young age, 15, you guys started dating right away, or what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We became high school sweethearts.
Right.
Yep.
And you were fucking stoked.
Oh,
You've been
yeah.
literally chasing her around since you're 12 years old, trying to fucking wrestle her.
Like me and my buddy Jason, we were fighting over her for years.
Oh, really?
And his older brother was dating her best friend. So we would always see her because she would come over to his house. And I knew if I go over to Jason's house, Alyssa would be there.
Right, yeah. So you're just putting yourself in there.
Yeah, hey mom, I'm gonna ride my bike over to Jason's,
Yeah,
not knowing that, you know, there's girls there.
right. Score. What a fucking story,
And it
dude.
kicked off ever since, you know.
Yeah. I mean, high school, even before that, knowing each other, and now you guys have kids, that's a pretty cool story, man. And creating a pretty cool fucking life. So what are you going to be doing this summer, man? Like, what are some of your plans?
I got a lot of riding planned. I want to go do a bunch of shows. We got the RVN rally coming up. Gonna be there riding.
What's the dates on that?
June.
I don't remember it, so that's why I'm asking you.
I'll figure it out.
I'm
Yeah.
terrible at dates.
Yeah, it's cool. Me too.
I want to say
That's why I
it's
have a wife.
June something.
She literally is my calendar. Well, I think this is going to be cool to talk about this event because there's really not a whole lot going on,
No.
besides, Crash Inc.'s show that he does there, which is a fucking rad show. I have yet to come, but for, Pac West, or what is it? Pac West North? What do you guys call it?
The Pac West V Twin
Thank
show.
you. No, not that. What do you guys call it? Pacific Northwest. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Like to have it like a big rally event like that, I know that I've talked to people like Montana and Idaho, and there ain't shit. You know, they have to go to like Sturgis or Four Corners or something. So to have something that's going to kick off,
it's going to be awesome.
I think so. I really do. I mean, obviously, like some of the stunt groups that they're having out there, because everybody likes burnouts and stunt shows, you know. But, you know, talking to the homie, he's like, yeah, I want to get like bike shows and bike games and like really create something cool. Plus, there's camping, you know. So, how long have you been part of the Street Creepers?
Just Andy just started it about this year.
Okay.
Like earlier this summer. And Andy, I mean, you know Andy, he's the very most motivated person I know.
I know. I've talking to him on the phone. Like I can definitely feel.
If he gets an idea, he's gonna try to run it as much as he can.
Right.
And then if it don't work out, he's still gonna try to figure out what he can do to make this idea work. You know,
Right.
like he don't stop. When he's got something processed, he will make sure he'll figure it out. And he'll make it fucking work.
That's a good
you know?
quality to be around somebody like that. That's just highly motivated, you know. Like
Highly motivated, super positive, you know.
Right. So that's like another notch, you know. Yeah, it's crazy because there's so many people that you come across in life that, you know, they will feed you like their fucking disease of just like self-pity and fucking wah bullshit, you know. And I don't know, for like the last year, like surrounding myself with people that are either more motivated than me, or that my motivation rubs off on them, and then it just becomes like a united thing. Like, man, this last year for me and my clothing brand and doing things has never been better, you know, for like getting in front of people in events. So stick around people like that, man, especially since you're going to be, you know, you're already on his team and like fucking sky's the limit, you know.
Right.
Is that what you want to do? Do you want to do this like professionally, or?
I mean, it'd be nice to do it professionally.
Yeah. But
I'd love to.
You'd love to.
Oh yeah.
Is it like?
But
your goal?
I don't see myself doing it professionally, just because I feel like I started so late. I got the drive, like
right.
I'm not scared. I want to learn new shit and do new shit, but I feel like there's so many more people that are just way more talented and better than me.
Yeah, you gotta stop thinking like that.
I mean, there's always somebody better than you.
Well, of course there is, but you're like the best when you get on that bike, you know. I mean, honestly, you are talented, man. Like Frank, you know, spoke so highly of you, and then I was starting to watch your videos, and like you do have some like really good technique, and like just being able to do some of the tricks that you do. I mean, the stuff that you and Alyssa were doing, like nobody can do that. Like having her sit on the fucking bike and you're doing a wheelie, that seems like very difficult.
And that's before I even knew like my back brake. I'm all doing that with her on the gas tank, and there's no fucking back brake control. Don't even have a foot near the back brake at times, because it's just not there, you know.
Right.
But in my mind, I'm just thinking, don't eat shit.
Yeah, don't eat shit.
Don't
it's
go
gonna
down.
hurt. And you were just cool the whole time, huh?
Yeah, well, when
you don't get nervous.
No, when you're up there, you can't see anything. Like all I can,
but you know it's coming though.
Oh yeah, the smash is coming.
Yeah,
I get bruises right here every time we smash down, but
really?
I can't see anything. I'm just like staring at the gas tank, holding on, just like, okay, we're holding this for a while. Yeah, this is cool. Yeah. Okay, here it comes. Boom.
Yeah. What does your kids say about you guys doing shit like that?
They love it.
Really?
They want to do it too.
My daughter wants to wheelie on the back with me, and it's just like, not yet. It's like, you're still a little young, you know. It would crush her, or it'd crush my son.
Yeah, I know. I can't wait. I look forward to that day, because I know it's gonna happen. I mean, you know, my son, you know, with the Strider, like going to a track, even like he's just so fucking wild, man. Having him on the bike is gonna be pretty cool too.
No, it's gonna be awesome.
I want to get him. I mean, whatever he wants to do, you know. I think that it's going to be good for any kid to be on a motorcycle. But it's funny, like how it starts. You know, it's such a young age. You know, they like hear motorcycles. Like same thing with me, man. Like I'll never forget. Like I was in my grandpa's Cadillac car, dude, and a pack of bikes came down the freeway, and I was so young, and I remember just like peeking out, and it was just a pack of fucking Harleys. Boom, you know what I mean? Yeah. And I was like fucking hooked. And I was probably like 5 or 6, and I still remember that, you know? But it's like my son, too. Like, a motorcycle comes, he's like, always breaking his neck, you know what I mean? And wants to see it.
Or, Dad, look at that.
We go to the desert, right? And this kid is just hopping on anything and everything and just, like, hitting gas pedals, not knowing what the fuck he's doing, but just, you know,
going for it.
Yeah.
I love that shit, man.
I know. Your kids ride on the back of the bike too, though?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just fucking loving it.
Anything with wheels or like a motor, my
Yeah.
kids are all for jumping on and going for it.
So let's talk about this event though real quick, because it is, like I said, it's pretty cool that it's doing it. So what exactly is going down there for the weekend? Besides, I know you can camp, right?
Yeah, they're gonna have camping going on. I know Andy's been talking to I can't pronounce her name, but she runs the Della crew.
Okay.
He's trying to get like a all girls pool party, an all girls ride for all the women riders
Yeah,
to
they
join
do all
a
that
meet
there.
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we have the local mountain right there that's maybe a half hour, 45 minutes. It'd be kind of like a Tahoe shit show mountain ride.
Right.
So they're trying to get like a big group ride to go from the rally up to the mountain, get a bunch of cool footage, you know.
Yeah. You're going to come to Sturgis this year, Frank?
I want to, yeah.
Yeah, you guys should. It's so much fun.
Like I plan on hopefully going out to the Swarm this year. I want to do Tahoe shit show.
I mean, that's really close to you guys.
Yeah.
I mean, close enough, right?
Close enough to load up the bikes and drive.
Yeah, those guys are pretty wicked, man. I just met two of the owners a little while ago at an event. Pretty solid dudes, but what they're creating, you know, it's so funny. Like with Instagram, like numbers don't mean shit. Like there's so many times like where people, you know, have 6,000 following, you know, but they're the people that they are following, or it's like the contacts that they have, you know, and like that, those guys are one of them, because there are so many professional people that come to Utah and just to go rip the fuck around. The cops are so cool too. Like they don't even fuck with people. As long as you're not fucking with other people and like causing a scene, you know, like that's really neat. You know what I mean? Because most cops would fucking jam you up. I guess a lot of places in Arizona are like that too.
No, really.
But I mean, there's stunt lots here in San Diego where, you know, they don't fuck with, you know, and there's plenty of, this scene out here is wild. There's literally a ride almost every night of some sort, you know. Like
yeah, it's crazy.
You can literally go like Monday night, it's like mini Monday. Tuesday is like dirt bikes, quads.
Fried Taco Tuesday.
Wheelie Wednesday. And then there's a Thursday, throttle Thursday. And there's just, it's constant, you know?
Yeah, that's the kind of place I want to be, you know? Being in Washington, it sucks because...
Well, why are you there?
Just, I like kind of being there, you know?
Yeah, do you like being there?
A little bit. She
Not
wants to.
really.
She wants to move.
Yeah, where would you want to move to?
I think if I could choose, probably around like Prineville, Oregon.
Which isn't far.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's dumb. Just kidding.
You're boring.
Yeah, I was like, okay, well, that seems silly.
She wants to go out in the sticks.
What do you think of San Diego?
It's cool.
Yeah.
My grandma had an avocado ranch here.
Nice.
Yeah, so
In Temecula?
I don't know. I was like 12 when I visited.
Right. So you like living in the sticks though, in Oregon
Yeah,
or Washington?
kind of.
Kinda. I mean, we got all the cool shit there for like.
You
Being-
snowmobile?
No, I snowboard. I really want to get into snowmobiling because
Yeah.
her brother, he's fucking crazy.
Uh-huh.
Summits the snowmobile all the way up to the top and like looks down into the fucking
Really?
into the mountain. You know.
Yeah, and gets after it?
Mhm.
Fuck yeah.
He's doing the backflips now on the snowmobiles.
Nice.
Yeah, he takes it to the next level.
Well, one of his best friends, he was actually like getting sponsored, and them two were really pushing each other, building each other up,
Yeah,
and
building
getting
them up.
really good, you know.
Right.
Until his buddy recently passed away.
Yeah.
So Zane, he's been really just pushing it by himself with his friends
Yeah.
on the snowmobiles.
I was just telling Taylor this last night about Frank, like, because Frank is from here, right? And he moves to Oregon, and then he just like literally found like the whole crew. It's nuts because the Oregon guys are fucking wild. Everyone is like super fucking rad that I've met personally, you know, and then meeting you guys that added on to that addition too. It's crazy because it's almost like a mini SoCal in a sense. Like me and Taylor were talking about that, like the group of people and how tight they are, you know. And it's really neat because they always come down here and hang out too. So it's like, man, it couldn't think of a better spot because, you know, you move and you're really into the scene, you know. I don't see any other scene. And I'm sure that there are, you know, I know there's a scene in almost every city, but it's like, you know, not that big, you know.
Or that tight.
Yeah, Oregon seems like it's really fucking tight knit, you know.
It kind of is, honestly.
Yeah. So it'd be kind of hard to leave, I guess. But I mean, I just don't know. I'm a fucking Southern California boy, like dealing with fucking rain like that. I tell Frank all the time, I'm like, I don't know how the fuck you do it. He's from Huntington fucking Beach. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy to think about. It rains so much. It's like you can't even ride your fucking bike. But I know you crazy fuckers do.
Oh, yeah. Rain or shine, we ride.
Yeah, dude.
Even in the snow, we ride.
you know my boy Tommy from Sketchy. What is his fucking company, Frank? Sketchy by Nature.
Oh,
Sorry about that, Tommy. Jesus, what a dick. But he was riding in the rain and fucking, that's how he fucked his leg up.
No.
Do you know who Tommy is? You met him?
I think I follow him. I've never
Fuck,
met
dude.
him.
That dude is a beast, dude. One of the best podcasts I've ever done, too.
Tommy and the Peg
Yeah. Yeah. One of the best podcasts I've ever done. I don't remember numbers, so I can't tell you it's episode whatever, but Sketchy by Nature, dude. Just listen to the episode. That kid is so fucking intelligent. Like, he's literally a child, too. He's so young. And I'm like, bro, like when you meet somebody like that, like that was another bonding moment. I'm like, damn, dude, you're like my homie for life. And to see what he's going through now with like cutting his leg off and like still working out and like, you know, the whole mental, it's almost like you too, Chance. Like, that's why I've been asking you so many questions. It's like the fact, like, okay, yeah, you have no fear or whatever, but you know, you've gone through some pretty gnarly things and like, you're really level headed and like, you seem like you have your eye on the prize in a way. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. I'm just a really chill dude, honestly.
Well,
but
there's no saying that, dude. You know what
I
mean?
just
You can
really
tell.
like to have fun, and I'm kind of like adrenaline junkie.
I was really hoping you were going to say like, no, I don't smoke weed anymore. And then I'm like, dude, you're fried, dog. You know what I mean? Like, you're straight fried, but you know what? You still smoke weed. So do you smoke weed?
I do.
Really?
Yeah.
That's the
well,
Oregon or
I
it's the Washington.
quit and then I started again just because he told me that I was way more chill when I smoked.
Yeah.
No, but it's such a manipulation too. You know
But
what
it's
I mean?
true.
Yeah, solid manipulation. I love it.
I was cleaning the house too much.
Oh, you were?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just were all over the place.
Yeah, like I have to stay busy. I get bored if I don't. I'm constantly.
Even when
doing
you smoke
stuff.
weed, you're like that, or do you kind of smoke weed and then you
I
relax?
chill out when I smoke weed.
But I get stoned, and it's like, what am I gonna do? You know,
Right.
I want to get stoned and then go do shit.
Well,
I get stoned and just sit on the couch.
Yeah, I can tell you right now, if I was a pothead, like I guarantee you, I wouldn't be sitting right here right now because pot makes me like completely like a whole different creature. You know, like it fucks with me so bad. Like it's the worst drug I've ever done, and I've done a boat ton of fucking drugs. It is by far the worst motherfucker I've ever done. Like I will smoke a joint and I will try to climb up that fucking goddamn ceiling. You know what I mean? But
You'd just be wild.
a lot of my friends, like they're chill. You know what I mean? Like they just smoke weed and drink a few beers here and there. Not me. I mean, I used to say that all the time. Like I wish I was just a stoner. You know, I couldn't do it. You never done anything else besides weed?
I mean, I've done coke, but
A little smear-meaning here and there.
oh yeah,
Yeah. No fucking heroin up your butthole or nothing like that.
no heroin, no meth.
Yeah. Yeah, show's over. So this has been another show, guys. We're done here.
Yeah,
Like,
none of that
like-
hard shit.
Yeah.
I was a pussy.
No, you weren't. You weren't. Honestly, there's nothing good about it.
No, I just had one of my dad's best friends. I mean, growing up, I watched him go through it all because his mom, they were rich, and he raced flat track. I mean, he had everything growing up. My dad said,
Yeah.
Now he'd ride a bike over to my parents' house, and he'd pull rocks out of the driveway and think it's meth, you know. And my dad would be like, "That's not meth, Tomo."
Right.
My dad would always look at me, "Don't be like Tomo." So it's like I grew up watching people do the wrong thing, and
I love hearing that. I've heard that so many times on my podcast. You know, like people that are in the industry, you know, and they've always had somebody to like watch out for them. And I'm sure that I did too. I just don't really remember.
yeah.
But like you have that vision and that thought process of somebody, you know what I mean? And like I never really had that. So when things started with me, man, it was like the moment that it's like an allergic reaction, like 1,000%, you know. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Like besides weed, of course. I mean, honestly, I wish that would have scared me straight, but it didn't, you know. You never tripped out on weed?
No.
You weren't doing it right then.
And my mom had Crohn's disease, still does, and I have IBS and Crohn's. So when I was 15, I had my medical card, and me and my mom were getting stoned. I was fucking making oil and wax. That was funding like my snowboard tickets in wintertime. I would have the coolest, nicest board because I'd have my summer grow up. I'd be slinging to all my high school buddies.
Yeah, you were the connect, dude.
Yeah, I was. I was the plug growing up, honestly.
Do you like growing weed?
It's fun. Yeah. If I could, I would grow weed again, but with my kids and stuff, it's hard.
Yeah, you don't want to get them into a jam, you know?
Right. And my daughter's already in middle school, and middle school is like fucking next level. Wait till your kid's there. You're going to be like, fuck, this ain't no fun.
Yeah, I'm already thinking about getting the fuck out right now. I think the school systems are scary as fuck.
They are. They're corrupt, man.
They're corrupt. I don't even want to get into like politics, dude. Too. It's like it's just fucked up. I think the things that are going on and like the things that you have to do for your children in order for them to go to school is complete fucking trash. Like the kids have to get vaccinated 25 fucking times, and I don't think that that's right, you know. But
it's not.
I think it's what's cool about America and what we can do, our freedoms, is like we have that choice no matter what. And if it's like, okay, well, you're going to homeschool your kids. Okay, cool. I mean, fucking cool. You know, I to be honest with you, I barely fucking finished high school. I was such a horrible student. They're like, what does Dustin have to do to get him the fuck out of here? Like, I'm not even fucking kidding. Like, it was that bad. Were you guys good students?
Decent.
Yeah, Alyssa? Yeah?
No.
No?
No, not really.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I passed everything. I never really had to study.
How old were you when you got pregnant?
First, my daughter, I gave birth to her at 19.
19?
Mm-hmm.
And so you're 18?
18.
That's fucking wild. Babies having babies.
Babies having babies. But you know what? I don't regret it because
now why would you?
I feel like I'm friends with my daughter.
Right.
We have a good relationship like that. Like she can tell me everything.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a scary, what you're saying. That middle school age is like a scary thing. Mm-hmm. You know?
Like she came to me and told me.
Does she have little boyfriends already too?
Nah, I don't allow that shit.
No.
Fucking stay up, dog. I fucking love you, dude. You fuck. What's your daughter's name?
JC.
That's right, JC. Well, fuck, watch this. You be a fuck. Your dad has some fucking crazy ass uncles too.
She knows.
That's fucking cool. No boyfriends. Got to hide that shit. Just you have a phone?
No, we took that away.
Fuck, dude. I love it. I'm here for it all day long, dude.
The technology's bad for them kids, man.
Yeah. Get on old TikTok, dude.
Yeah, TikTok, Instagram, and all the little messaging apps. Mm-hmm. It's just no good. All the little kid drama.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Those kids belong on two wheels, and that's where we wanted them. Right. We don't want them on the phones glued all day, you know.
Or playing Xbox.
Yeah, good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I won't have all that. We say that now. It's funny, like, I don't know if this was your guys' experience, but like a few friends, had kids before we did, and we would always be the people that were like, we're never going to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we're never going to do that. And then you get into a situation where you're like, I'm going to fucking do that.
Yeah.
Like, I was never the type of guy. The one thing that I can say is like, I'm not going to have the kid watch anything on the phone while we eat, That's fucking not even the case, dude. Like, that motherfucker starts acting up, and I'm like, okay, here we go. Miss Rachel, come on. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
time to be quiet.
Dude, yeah. And like, they watch a show at dinner, and honestly, it's funny, like when we try to do like family time around the table, they're fucking throwing food, pissed off, whatever. You go throw Miss Rachel on, and they're fucking eating and fucking having a good old time. So I'm like, fuck this, dude.
Mood change instantly.
Yeah. So you guys are friends, and you're good, and she'll tell you everything. I just hope it fucking forever stays that way, because that's what I want to be to my kids. Like I had people on the guests on the that have like long-term recovery and raise kids, and like that's like always a question, because I question how I'm going to do that. But honestly, like the shit that just happened, my wife and I handled it wrong. Like we were just in like panic mode, the both of us, and we're both high-strung people. So like we're almost like oil and vinegar a lot of times. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, like we pulled through, and it was a really traumatic thing that happened. But I want to be there for my kids like that, and not be fucking like I was raised a little bit rougher, to where there was a lot of abuse, Yeah. And I definitely don't want to do that. So like being friends with your kids and having that open dialogue, and like, for them not to be nervous about telling me anything, I don't want them to ever have fear, I don't know, man. Being a parent is like literally one of the hardest motherfucking things ever.
It is hard.
So you guys have your own spot now, and just doing it, man. I'm excited to really spend some more time with you guys this weekend. I think your guys' story, man, of like, you know, being homeless and like at the very bottoms, and you guys stayed together and like have this like life that you have now, and you have like so much gratitude, is really fucking cool, because it doesn't work a lot of times.
No, it doesn't.
You know what I mean? You guys are just, you end up fighting with one another and just be like, fuck this. And having a baby so young too. Like that's a cool story to have, because I've had a baby when I was a baby, and you know what I mean? It just didn't work out, and I'm still living in hell inside, you know, because of it. So it's fucking pretty cool.
Yeah, still to this day we don't eat hot dogs anymore. It was traumatic. I don't buy hot dogs. I walk right by them.
Yeah, I do not blame you. But you had to sacrifice and do what you needed to do for your family at that time, you know?
Yeah.
So I think it's cool. It's fucking awesome to see. Like, I can tell just like the way you look at him, dude. Like, she fucking loves you. It's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. You'll watch this and you'll see what I'm talking about. It's really cool.
She's my everything, man.
Nice.
Like, I wouldn't be where I am today without her, honestly.
Really? She's like the strong one, huh?
She's like the rock. She's like the rock in the whole family for
Right.
everybody. Keeps everybody together.
Right. That's awesome. Good for you.
She's the glue.
Yeah.
I try.
Yeah. Yeah. My wife is too, and then I throw her around like Velcro, you know what I mean? A lot of times. So I don't know. I'm a lot to deal with, so good for you. You guys, I really appreciate you coming on the show, man. I'm excited to spend some more time with you guys this weekend, showcase what San Diego's all about. You guys are going to be going to some cool events that we're having this weekend, and yeah, dude, just keep fucking killing it. You know, like the only message I have for you, man, is just keep just keep being you. You know what I mean? You're really genuine, and you just keep shredding on the bike, and people are going to notice who the fuck you are. You know? Fucking Frank's like, dude, I'm telling you right now, he's the up and comer dog. Like and I believe it though too, you know. People like that have zero fear like that will get on a bike and, you know, not kill themselves right away. Like they have talent, you know, and so you definitely have that. You guys are the fucking power couple, dude.
We kind of are right now.
Fuck yeah, you are.
Like, I don't really know a lot of people. I mean, we look at Samoan and Drea, and it's like, man, their relationship is kind of like our relationship, which is super cool. There's not really a lot of people in the industry that do the tandem wheelies and do the shit we do together, you know?
Yeah, no, not at all.
So it's awesome to be able to share that with her.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's fucking huge.
Really looking forward to the rally this year and getting to meet them too.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
you
gonna
guys
be crazy.
We looked up to them for years, so.
Yeah, you guys are going to experience a lot of cool shit this year. And the thing about it is just getting out of your county.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like coming down here and like meeting people, shaking hands, building relationships, right? You know, and then it's a trickle effect. You guys go and do some cool events, even if it's, you know, Four Corners or whatever the fuck it is, you know, and go out there and just meet people and showcase what you guys are all about, man. Anyways, I appreciate you guys coming on.
Thank you.
Yeah, dude.